Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Ominous forces surround us, whether it be in entertainment media or politics. The Omen. This is the 1976 novel written by David Seltzer, based off the screenplay that he wrote. He also wrote 1979's Prophecy, which was also turned into a movie. The plot. One night, on June 6th at 6 a.m., at the Hospital General, a ghoulish act had been performed. Now the results have forever changed a loving couple's lives. Their son, the son of the devil, has now been integrated into society, and the prophecy begins. This is more of a side companion piece to the movie. It is based on the screenplay. This 200-page novel really sticks with you. I have read the book visually and by audiobook. Both times it was an intense absorption. It goes into much greater detail than the film, and associates more with real life than the film handled. For instance, Jeremy Thorne, which is Robert Thorne in the film, played by Gregory Peck, looks into religion before having even an inkling that there is something related to it with his son. He does it to learn more about a foreign alliance he is heading. Furthermore, during that scene we find out that the attempt to bring out the Antichrist has been attempted a couple times before, and it is now heading to a third, in 1976. The other two times were in 1092 and 1710. Both times the devil failed, because of Bugenhagen's bloodline. We'll get into him in a bit. This is a cautionary tale of demonic forces who will attempt to rise from the world of politics. It's made all the worse during times where religion and Christ are abandoned. More so during this time than ever before. For the characters we have Jeremy Thorne, who is a political figure, who deceives his wife with the best intentions at heart. His child was dead, so he adopted another. At the Hospital Generale. There were no adoptions being headed there, but it still makes sense, because why would Thorne ask for the worker's permit to have children be adopted? I mean, I could see paperwork for the child being adopted himself, but not for the people who are trying to put him out there. Thorne made a decision that would deeply affect him for the rest of his life. He soon discovers there are dark forces surrounding him and his family.
I need to see a psychiatrist. I have fears. I have such fears.
What kind of fears?
Catherine Thorne is a bit loony in the book. She makes rash decisions and comes to sudden realizations and then acts on them instantly, without really thinking it through. If my therapist said that was the problem, then that must be it. She is not well, and Jeremy doesn't want to believe it. They wanted to have children before, but each time it resulted in a stillbirth.
She thinks that the child is evil?
She also thinks the child isn't hers.
Harbour Jennings, known as Keith Jennings in the film, is a gross-looking man with boils on his face. He is crude, but does want to help Jeremy, and the situation he is facing, even if it is to save his own hide.
I happened to catch sight of my reflection in that mirror.
Miss Baylock is also known as Sister Maria Teresa. Miss Balak. She is Damien Thorne's nanny, and a servant to Satan. She is also obese in the novel. Speaking of the helping hands, the servants have more to do. There is a married couple that are servants to the Thorne family, the Hortons. They work on the Thornes' Hereford mansion. The husband feels there's something wrong with Damien, the house, and Mrs. Baylock. He reacts cowardly upon the whole thing, but not before bringing to light that he really dislikes Miss Baylock, mostly for her ways. He says she never uses toilet paper, and usually heads into the Hereford forest at night, and he assumes relieves herself there. Miss Baylock dislikes Catherine to the point of messing with her makeup in a sickening fashion. I feel like the whole act of her putting on her makeup and drawing on a mirror and ruining everything is really sick in the head. Her diabolical deeds are not going unnoticed by me. Father Brennan flip-flopped between religions to suit his own needs. things. He was a priest who became attached to a young man. He was soon after exiled, and then found his way into satanic worship where no one would question it, a place where he would not be judged. He did have to crack an innocent infant's skull open in order to prove his dedication and devotion, so there's that. He did it too, only after to flee the cult, and then try to atone for his mistakes after getting a visit from Christ himself. You must warn Jeremy before it's too late. To me, he's a despicable character.
For only if he is within you can you defeat the son of the devil.
I see.
He's killed once, he'll kill again.
Damien Thorne, much like in the film, is not a focal point. He is rather one of interest to the characters. This isn't his movie, but it does surround him. I have this loose theory that author David Seltzer named Damien after Father Damien Karras from The Exorcist because, someone who vanquished evil through possession now embodies it. The innocent characters in this piece are practically spit upon. Even the first nanny, the one who hangs herself, is dressed up like a clown for Damien's party before committing the act. I do believe that the nanny was chosen to kill herself during Damien's birthday party because she relinquished him to his mother, and that shows a sign of weakness. She did it so easily, and someone like that would not be able to be forced or convinced to join a cult of Satan to conspire against the Thorns to have the Antichrist grow into an adult. She would not be easily persuaded to be a servant to Satan, in layman's terms. Otherwise, why would another nanny need to be sent? Especially 4 years after the child was born. Why not be there from the beginning? I also do see that it is a starting point for strange happenings. Still, a man can theorize. For the gore, we have a shocking hanging. A brutal impalement, which involves a teacher, in a way. And a swift decapitation. It's more about the unraveling of the story than the gore, but that doesn't mean the book is devoid of gruesome stuff. It not only focuses on bodily trauma, but past physical torture. Stories told through the wound on a corpse. It's pretty extreme, especially for 1976. Overall, this is an effective work of a literature. Still, it came off the heels of The Exorcist just to capitalize on it, but it was handled very well. It excelled. As much as I love the film, the book is way more well realized. Sure, some things were cut to make the film have a better pace and serve the story better. If you are in the mood for some satanic panic literature and don't want something that sways on one side more than the other too much, then this can be your happy medium. Still, it's an effective, provocative, disturbing tale of what-ifs and the causality of such a force. I have been your host, Brian Gatto. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video, like my Facebook fan page and Patreon, which both links are in the description below. Also hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe!